The BBC has been institutionally biased for decades. I well remember the Wilson report 2 decades ago, saying the BBC were not covering areas like Europe and immigration with any sense of impartiality. And you could, add on to that net zero, climate change, all their interpretation of the horrors that have happened in Gaza. And now, of course, the United States president. I spoke to the president on Friday. He just said to me, "Is this how you treat your best ally?" It's quite a powerful comment, isn't it? It's quite a powerful comment. So there's been too much going for too long. You might have noticed, Harry, that last year 500,000 people stopped paying the licence fee. The year before, 500,000 people stopped paying the licence fee. If the BBC doesn't now get a grip, get somebody in from the outside, somebody who has got a history and a culture of changing organisations, of turning them around, then I think what you would see within the next couple of years are many, many millions just refusing, just not wanting to have the licence fee. So the licence fee, as currently is, cannot survive. It is wholly unsustainable. Which, by the way, doesn't mean I don't want a BBC. I think part of our global brand, I think the BBC is important. I think BBC World Service is actually very, very important. And I think the BBC should get back to doing news, but just to doing straight news. If it can manage that, it has something of a future. If it can't manage that, frankly, it has no future at all. Well, if I was the President of the United States of America, if I was the person making sure that the United Kingdom had security guarantees that meant that it could be defended, whereas on its own it would be helpless, and I'd been stitched up on the eve of a national election. I mean, people talk about election interference. What the BBC did was election interference. If you put yourself in Donald Trump's shoes, I think you'll understand why, when I had a chat with him on Friday, he made his feelings on the subject known to me in no uncertain terms and not in a quotable form. He was very, very unhappy. Is that the way you treat an ally? Well, it's not the way that I treat an ally. I mean, the guy was stitched up in the most unbelievable way on the eve of a national, general and presidential election in America, and he and large numbers of Americans are utterly furious about it. And, at a time when there is quite a big debate in America about just how much support they should give to this side of the pond, whether it's to Ukraine or whether it's to us, and that debate is happening, it's a very, very damaging thing. It's good that it's been dealt with for now, but just getting rid of 2 members of staff does not eradicate the cultural problems that lie deep within the BBC and have for many, many decades. On electoral reform, I've always favoured AV+, which would mean significant minority voices will get a vote in the House of Commons. But the really big electoral reform that I favour, and it would need to be a high bar, but I do think the British people have a right, if they feel the political class are out of touch with them substantially on a major issue. I do believe the British people should have the chance. It's got to be verified, yes, but a chance through petition to call a national referendum on a subject of their choosing. And I do believe in that very, very strongly.